So, so this video will be about CNG issue in Nigeria, specifically that incident that took place at Benin. I know most of you probably must have seen it or watched the video about was it an Audi? Is it Audi? I think probably an Audi vehicle or Volkswagen. Can't remember which one. That at NIPCO CNG refill station that exploded. The cylinder exploded and caused a lot of damage. Injured a lot of people badly. I mean, it was horrible. In fact, they said some other people were taken to hospital before that video was captured. So, you mentioned that one of the injured persons, one of the legs was blown off because of that explosion. So it really showed, people, including myself, I could tell you I was very fearful from what I saw there. It's not because fearful that if I did this conversion, will it happen to me or my vehicle? But fearful that even you that probably made a decision that you are not going to do that CNG conversion, no matter what, you are still prone to that same issue. Same thing that happened to those people there could happen to me or any other person, because all it will take is for you to park beside the vehicle, or you are just standing beside a vehicle you don't even know that has a CNG in the boot, and all of a sudden, kaboom! You are not even there in the vehicle, and the explosion will happen and wreck both that vehicle and yours, or kill other people around. So yeah, that's why I say I was kind of fearful, that it makes it very unsafe now, to go out of your house because of that kind of conversion. So now, even in that video, someone was saying probably was as a result of low quality conversion kit that was used. Some said probably was the cylinder, that the cylinder was not a genuine one. The cylinder that was used that exploded, that the person used for the conversion caused it. And the rest. And I've seen, I think, a publication from, what's the name of this federal institution? Is it a federal institution? Can't remember. That monitors quality control, or in charge of quality control of goods in Nigeria or what's coming in. They were giving warning or trying to explain the reason why it happened. That was as a result of fake or low quality selling. So to cut the whole story short, it could be truly that was what caused it. That the cylinder was too poor to be able to handle that kind of pressure. Let me give it to you. I'm not an expert on CNG, so I'm not going to try to fight against it or say, oh, I know better, that it wasn't. But where my point is, or where I'm coming from. What do you guys expect actually, or what does government expect? Let me just limit it to government, because we are the one pushing for this propaganda or people to switch to CNG. What exactly do you expect in a country where people could barely feed? Doesn't matter how well off you are, even if you can feed. There are so many things in life aside feeding for you to be able to stay alive, especially in this modern time, that is now difficult for an average household to be able to do as in day-to-day life. And you expect that people, well, at least you could say majority of Nigerian vehicle users, you think that they can afford 700,000 to 1 million naira, or some say even above 1 million naira, depending on the vehicle model or engine model, or size of the engine, whatever the case may be, that you have to cover that amount to go and do this conversion. How many Nigerians do you think can afford that? Some say, oh, but the government here is now rolling out instrumental payment, where you can pay maybe drop some percentage from the payment, then you spread it out. What makes you think that they don't have other payments that are also going on? So probably other, I don't know, maybe mortgage or something that right now they probably can't even afford to pay those bills. And now you're bringing this one in. So yeah, you're supposed to understand the economy first, understand how things are, knowing that if you do this, majority of people cannot afford it. So unless you are saying in that case it will only be in a town, only 10 cars will be on the road in a whole day, because only 10 people can afford it. Otherwise, people will start looking for a shorter way of doing that. If that's the only way they can spend less on fuel, they will find a cheaper means, even though there could be risk involved. It's humans. It's an instinct. It's an instinct that you want to survive. So no matter, even if there are risks involved, you will say, well, until it happens. And then you put the entire population in a mess, in a risk, as in people will be losing their lives, being injured, destroying their property that probably they even have no business with. They didn't do the conversion, but somebody who did that poor conversion will now, everybody around will suffer it, not just the person that did the whack conversion, as you want to claim that was the cause. You didn't even consider all those things. Funny enough, when the CNG started, they started pushing for CNG last year. Was it not 350,000 that they were saying for 4-cylinder engines? V6, they were saying around 600,000, 700,000, or thereabout. Now, I'm saying even 4-cylinder is like 700, 750. It probably has gone up high. That was even 2 weeks ago. That was when I looked up, saw what people were posting. So, a lot of people are saying 750, 700. So maybe it has gone beyond that. Because these conversion kits are also being imported. Look at dollar. So it's a question of time now. Even the 4-cylinder will go up probably above 1 million naira. So V6 users, you don't even know. What I'm saying, government, you are wasting your time. You see this thing that happened in Edo, it will just continue. Because otherwise, the country is going to blow out. Because it's not even about private users anymore. Even commercial users, they are even the ones that need CNG more than even private. And then they have to move people. Since they can't be able to drive their private cars, since they can't afford, they have to pay house rent that are now almost increased up to 200%. Children fees are there. Children's fees, almost all the school fees have gone up almost 100%. You're not talking. A bag of. I'll do that as one. I'll do that one separate, a separate video. There's another. Everything have gone up. In Abuja now, just to transport yourself from here to, it used to be 100 naira. From area 1 to Apo. Now, is it 400 or 500 naira? I can't even remember. Just within 2-3 months, boom, from 100 naira to that amount. So I can't remember the last time I used public transport, but recently I needed to go and buy an engine for someone. Entered there, I was surprised, saying either 400 or 500, but I knew last year it was around maybe between 100 to 200 naira. So So imagine where they get a point now where, because fuel price is not coming down, CNG is just a question of time. Give it time. Who knows? We are probably by December or so. The CNG now they are saying it's 200 naira or 250 naira within that per kg or something. You might be surprised by December this 2024 or a little bit more. You might shoot to 500 naira. So you now start wondering what's even the rationale justification to cover 1 million naira to go and convert your car and mess it up, in other words, or at least risk some issues that might come up because of that conversion, only for you to still spend almost close to the same amount of fuel. So is it that you government people, you guys don't even care? Is it that there are no brains there to actually look at before you bring a policy? You actually look at the cause and the effect. I don't get. So anyway, so my point is this: it's not even about you start a sensitization to discourage people from doing this low quality CNG conversion. Use the right. Fine, I will encourage the same thing. Use that recommended genuine conversion kit. Well, I'm saying, imagine where about more than 50% of road users in Nigeria cannot afford it, excluding other bills that have gone, the prices have gone up double or triple, that they are still wondering how would they deal with it. They can't. I'm bringing this one in. Even that instrumental. What makes you think they can even afford it in a month? Maybe salary haven't gone up. Now transportation have gone up, food have gone up, so many things have gone up. So he's now living mouth to mouth every month. And you're telling him, okay, at the end of the month, you still have to cover, which he isn't borrowing before month end. You see, he still has to cover maybe additional 20 or 30,000 naira or 50 or more, depending how they will spread, allow it to be spread, to be able to pay every month, to be paying for that CNG conversion, to use the original conversion kit. I mean, listen to yourself. I'm just saying, government, you guys are beating about the bush if you think CNG is still the solution. Because at the end of the day, the conversion kit is coming from outside. So what's the difference between the petrol you guys are saying, oh, it's because they are being imported? Now the petrol are no longer being imported yet. So what's the solution? The solution is this is the petrol, PMS, diesel, kerosene. These are the only ones that are not being imported right now. Even if you are importing, then it means it's just to, I don't know, give room for competition. But from what you guys said, that with Dangote refinery, we don't need to import any of these petroleum finished products anymore. In that case, so if you want to solve the problem, use what we have here. Yeah, you could say CNG will have it here as well, but guess what? To use it on a vehicle, you have to import what you need to use. And then to import, will have to be the same dollar you people are running away from because of the petrol price. So it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Whichever way, I mean, imagine you spend 1 million naira. When do you think you're going to recover that 1 million naira by using CNG? And funny thing, you still have to buy petrol to use CNG. You see, that's the funny thing. It's not as if you still have to run your vehicle with petrol. Only that you can now switch. But no matter what, you must still buy it. From what I got, I actually had an interview with one of the users. He said, well, yeah, you have to use petrol to start the vehicle first, run it for a few minutes before you switch to CNG. So even if petrol is 2,000 naira, tomorrow you guys put it 2,000 naira a liter. It makes no difference because you still have to buy it to use the CNG. That is 200 naira for today. I hope so. Maybe by next year it could be same 1,000 naira, because probably still less than 5% of Nigerians in road users in Nigeria that are switched. Probably more than that. I don't think this is up to 10%. I could be wrong though. I know how many people have I met that have done the conversion? Zero. I only saw one golf that have done it. A golf user, commercial this thing. So I was okay. But in terms of like Pojo user, I'm yet to meet one. So meaning that if I have not met any single person that have done it that I know, meaning that yeah, I can say less than 5% of Nigeria at least. Like I said, I could be wrong, but have done the conversion. So imagine when 50% of road users in Nigeria, talking about hundreds of thousands, if not millions, have done this conversion. Will you guys be able to meet the demand? So meaning that scarcity will erupt. Even right now, I'm seeing videos where people are queuing up to get buy the CNG. So it hasn't even solved the problem. Imagine when majority now switch to CNG and you have only few stations in that dispense CNG. I don't understand. Petrol is PMS is still the only the if you want. What stops you guys from making the PMS to sell less than 500 naira now that it's being refined in Nigeria? The crude oil is right under our soil. You bring it out, you refine it right on the Nigerian soil. So why can't it sell less than 500 naira? It's still bad government policy, because you cannot tell me that the Dangote is the one deciding how much, when you can. Right now is a problem in the country. You can enact a policy that will force him to sell less than 500 by you doing your part. And what is that your part? How much are you selling the crude oil to Dangote? Let's start from there. Because if you selling a barrel of crude oil to him at a very high price, that will force him to sell more than 500 naira. What do you expect? So you have to figure out, do your calculations, sell it at a very low price to know that if you sell it at this price and you do all your refining, it cannot sell more than 500 naira, and you still have your profit. You do giving that agreement for you to be able to sell that crude oil to him. If he doesn't want to sign it, fine. Then you let the public know, hey, see, he is the one that is messing you guys up now, not government. Let him now go and import crude oil. So everybody will know, okay, Dangote is the problem. But now everything is secret. You don't want to tell us how much you are selling to you, so I will know why is he selling at this high price. You don't even know who is selling. Is it the Dangote that even selling costing? Because right now it's NNPCL that is buying from Dangote and selling. I mean, come on, you guys. I know you. Well, again, CNG, I'm not against it. But from the look of things right now, it's obvious that that's not even the solution to our problem, which is transportation problem. Because now it's even about safety. So let me even keep all these other things I mentioned about the cost. The safety part of it, because the cost will affect the cost of the conversion is what is leading to the unsafety part of it. Because eventually people will have to, unless they won't be able to be mobile anymore. Even if you stop all private users, the commercial users will be forced to do those cheap conversions. And they'll see put people in public unsafe. I'm just saying. So it doesn't matter if you keep blaming people. Hey, it's because they use fake gas cylinder. Because you think if you could afford that original one, you wouldn't have gone for it. I saw the vehicles there now. I saw all those vehicles that were in that video. How many people that were driving that kind of cars? You could see how shabby most of them look on that video. I don't see there any need for me to post the video. But go and watch that video. You'll see, I'm not talking down on those people. I'm just saying, I mean, look at the vehicle, the what they look like. That will tell you kind of financial capability of the users. Almost about 90% of vehicle, what is 90? Like 99% of vehicle on those videos in that station. You think those people can afford 700 to 1 million naira to do that conversion in a proper way? This is just only few vehicles, so that way imagine the entire town in that Edo state. Since that they say it happened at Edo, imagine the entire, if that is the small percentage that we are seeing, it means that majority of them will be driving those kind of cars. And you think they can afford, if they have that kind of money, do you think they will be driving those kind of cars? Not necessarily the problem is not the car, it's the condition of those cars, meaning that they couldn't afford to keep maintaining them, to keep them in good shape, or change them, get a better looking vehicle, or in a cars at least in a better condition. These are the things. Use your common sense. Come on, government are run by human beings, not objects. So when we say government, look as if they are computers or programs. These are human beings. So we are making policy. It's able to call people together, experts, people that you apply your logic, not just plot graph up and down, demand and supply. I think that even if you have done that demand and supply thing, you know that pushing CNG is not right now. You can start it up, but then until you make sure that the demand, the supply is good enough before you now start pushing everybody into it. But no, it's not enough to even the people who have done the conversion to be able to supply them. From what few videos I've seen online, queues on all the NIPCO stations where they buy CNG, queues lined up. So you spend almost from morning till night to buy CNG, to refill CNG, in order to spend less on fuel. Wow. Anyway, that's my opinion on this. So I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe like I said, I'm not an expert on CNG, so I might be saying everything wrong. If you could have a different opinion on what I've said, or you could correct me on some of the things, put it on the comment section, and like and share this video so that people will be more aware. Most likely it may get to the ears of people in the government that make these policies, and they will have a review of it, so that it's a mess. All right, till next video.